let's look at the cards menu and see all the options that we have available to us. So if we go to cards and we go to the first here, PCF default. PCF defaults basically allow you to set a proprietary card file default for creating accounts, driver, or vehicle cards in DX Fleet. To do so, just navigate to the option. Let's just go ahead and create a driver default. And when you do that, it's going to allow you to set some predefined options here. So when you create any new driver card, it's going to use these options. This might be important if you're using a very long card format, like a magstripe card that's 16 digits. This will allow you to put in whatever your card number is, the first, say 14 or the first 12 digits of that card. So then every time you create a card, you'll only need to enter, the last 4 digits or last 2 digits of the card, and you don't need to remember that big long number. So setting a default for something like that might be a great option for you. You could also set restrictions in the same way. So if you have, a majority of your drivers going to be no quantity restriction, then you could set up a no quantity restriction. And when you create your card, as long as it's a driver card, since it's a driver default, then it's going to use no restriction by default. Same thing for product restriction. If all of your drivers have an unleaded restriction, then you could set the restriction here, or if you want the default to be no restriction, then you could set the no restriction. If you have a daily allocation or a monthly allocation, you can also set this here. And then anytime you create the driver, those allocations already configured for you. If you're not using application, then this will not show up and you won't need to worry about it. Also important one, fuel zone all sites. When you create a card, you want them to be able to fuel all of your sites. Unless you have a specific need to use a different fuel zone, you'll probably want to set this all site fuel zone default. So you would select all sites. Same thing if you would like all of your cards to prompt for odometer. If you're using a driver card, say this is not a single card, it's a driver card, then odometers are less important for the driver. But if you're doing a vehicle card, you may want every vehicle to be prompted for odometer entry. And if every card is going to be created as a single card on a dual card entry, then you could turn this option on. Same thing for miscellaneous entry. Here, what will happen is any number that we set, let's go ahead and do one. Let's just do this, for example. We'll leave all this other stuff blank, and we'll go ahead and hit save. Then when we go to create a new driver card, our default options show up automatically. So we have this default that we've configured, we have the allow miscellaneous entry that we've configured, and we have all sites fuel zone and the no quantity restriction, no product restriction. So this just allows you to save some time. So now if I only enter the last 2 digits on the card, I just saved myself a significant amount of time filling all of this stuff out. If you're going to use similar things for your cards for every card that you create. So the PCF defaults allow you to just set those simple to use defaults, and you could do that for driver cards, vehicle card, and for the account cards that you create in the system. Down here you have accounts. This is where you go to see your current accounts and to create a new account. Driver vehicle records. This is where you go to see your cards that are in DX Fleet and to create a new card. And then finally, card import. Card import's not available on all organizations. It just depends on what type of fuel site controller you have. Card imports will allow you to download a template. That template can be used to load cards into DX Fleet. And there's some, things that you need to do before you can download that template, and those are highlighted here. For example, you want to set up cards, your restrictions, your sites, your tanks, your products. All of those are pre-configured because when you download this template, it will allow you to select those options that have already been configured for your cards. So card template is where you would go to do that.